That's why Ray got up, because people like to watch crash out streams. I don't do that. And then like Kai also do a lot of crash out streams. I show speed. They all kind of come up the same way, right? Like just fucking throwing their chairs around their room. Sure. I mean, it's fun to watch, but after a while, isn't it kind of boring? Kai Cenat suddenly became hated? How he became hated? What happened to him? What the fuck, dude?
Content creator, and out of nowhere, the internet's decided you're cringy and fake. Not because of some crazy scandal, not because you said anything wild, just because a few random TikTok.
Is this true? I mean, dude, everybody knows. Why are they saying it now? I'm so confused. I only watch Agent, actually. I'm not into the other groups. Agent's actually a decent guy. I like Agent. I think Duke. I think Duke's got some very deep black man wisdom. Duke's got some black man wisdom that I really respect, you know? So I would watch Duke, but I don't really watch AMP House, you know? And then they got Ray. Ray's kind of over the top. Yeah. Kai's way too over the top. I get Kai and I Show Speed is like the same type of streamer, right? AMP House got like all kinds of stuff though, but I don't know. People starting to hate him for some reason. I don't know.
Went viral.
But then come on, dude, like all of these are for show. Like everybody knows that it's for show. Like you saying that it's fake now, it doesn't mean anything, chat. It really doesn't, because everybody knew it was fake in the first place. I feel like now people are just saying what everybody's been thinking.
Cringy.
At least what I've been thinking all along.
If you think that's insane, that's what the internet is currently doing to Kai Cenat.
That's crazy.
For those of you who don't know who Kai Cenat is, even though I'm pretty sure all of you do, he's pretty much one of the most popular streamers
he's one of the biggest streamers on earth,
world of all time. He's broken Twitch records, won streamer of the year back to back. Like he's basically reached every achievement a streamer could achieve and done everything a streamer could do.
For real, dude?
And when you actually take a look,
isn't he as bad as Kai? I'm not a fan of a lot of chaos, like a lot of crazy moments. Yeah, that's why Ray got up, because people like to watch crash out streams. I don't do that, right? And then like Kai also do a lot of crash out streams. I Show Speed. They all kind of come up the same way, right? Like just fucking throwing their chairs around their room. Sure. I mean, it's fun to watch, but after a while, isn't it kind of boring? I don't understand their content style, Chad. That's what I'm trying to say, you know? I like I Show Speed, but I couldn't watch that for like 5 to 6 hours. No, it's way too high energy, especially if I'm fucking working. Like, I work corporate jobs, chat. Imagine me having I Show Speed on the side of my screen and I'm doing like Excel sheet on the side. That would be fucking insane. But then you gotta understand, like, I Show Speed and like Kai Cenat, like I'm not the target audience, chat. Like, but I get it. I get why people would find that interesting. A lot of people are kind of brain rot nowadays, chat. Especially like when you hit that, when you're like at that like Gen Alpha, you know, that age group, like your brain's kind of cooked because you grew up with TikTok, you know. And then like if you watch too much of those shit, they're not good role models. That's the best I can say, chat. Kai Cenat, I Show Speed, they're not the best role model at the end of the day, because it's for show. Everything's for show.
And all of his feats, I don't think it would be crazy.
And the honest to God truth is that a lot of their stream materials and content are not kid friendly. But then the people who watches them are mostly kids. They most target preteens and teens. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Crazy to say that people love Kai Cenat. But nowadays, if you look throughout social media, you wouldn't even think that's the case. Oh, shit. If you look throughout social media right now, this clip is just one of many. It seems like in the span of a week.
Okay, not everybody's saying it. Some videos are okay, but then like, you know, some's got, okay, 97K. We got some 300K views.
Hundreds to thousands of TikToks have sprung up of everybody now deciding to hate on Kai Cenat, calling him fake, saying he fakes his laughs and reactions, calling him cringe and annoying, and basically anything and everything under the sun that could incite some kind of downfall. And it pretty much all started from people hating on his reaction to things, saying he's fake laughing or laughing too hard, and he's completely just faking it for the stream. And
bro, it's when the camera is on, we gotta put on a persona, chat. We gotta put on a persona. That's all it is.
Doesn't actually find anything he's laughing at funny.
Yo, I'm gonna be in shape by December.
All right, I'm not gonna lie, that one was
that's kind of fucked.
Kind of crazy.
Oh my god.
So as you can see, there's a trend going on right now. People are clipping some of
And then also you got this guy making videos about how he's being fake as fuck. The hypocrisy is real. I don't think Kai Cenat's coming down from this, but like, you know, some people understands that it's
the most
at the end of the day, it's all a
exaggerated
show,
moments
right?
from his streams and using them to make fun of him online with captions like, "Okay, Kai, now overreact to this text message like it's a Marvel post-credit scene." Or you have the captions like, "Laugh in 3, 2, 1 #streamer." And look, I'm not gonna lie, some of these are a little bit funny, but do you guys want to know what's more insane than some of these captions? The comment sections.
Kai Cenat hate.
Some of these comment sections are absolutely wild. And just by taking a look at some of these comments on this post, you have top comments like Kai Cenat hate with a heart emoji. Why are we hearting people's downfalls?
What the
Or
fuck?
Kai finally getting hate with a heart. Been waiting for Kai Cenat hate, the world is healing.
Dude, people really don't like this guy, huh? What the fuck's going on? I didn't think that people would not like him. I thought the whole reason why he's so famous because people like him.
What are we healing from? Like, I've never seen this many people praying for one man's downfall in my life.
It's finally happening. The Kai Cenat hate train is finally starting,
The
bro.
hate train.
And I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't like hating on people. That's just not in my character, bro.
Oh my god.
But I guess enough is enough.
I think a lot of the shit that iShowSpeed does is fake. Outside of the thing that he does, like jumping over cars, those are pretty fucking cool, right? But then you're talking about Kai Cenat, it's like, bro, I really don't find the appeal in him, you know?
People are realizing that he's a fucking fraud. And that none of the reactions he does, bro, are literally genuine. None of them, bro. There's literally so many clips of him just being a total jackass. Being loud for
Man, some comments are weird as fuck, you know, in their free time they watch him. Yo, no, they fucking
no
do,
apparent
probably.
reason. And people
I think the first time I actually watched him was when I came back from a trip, and then he was streaming with, I think, Kevin Hart. He was streaming with Kevin Hart and Drewski. That was his first stream with him, and it hit like 150, like 200K viewers, 400 and 500K viewers. It was insane, dude. But then like come on, it's a show, man. You know that everything is for show.
just fed up. What's the point of becoming a streamer if you're not genuine and being genuine with your followers? For example, his whole music taste is fake. He is the embodiment of what rap caviar listeners listen to. Bruce was right. I see why Bruce don't fuck with, bro. Anytime
You know, people are hating on him because he's such a normie, because Kai Cenat is such a normie. But what they don't understand is the reason why he's so famous is because he is such a normie, chat. That's the reason why, because he's so relatable to normies. That's why everybody's like, oh shit, you know, my retarded brain, my smooth brain sometimes needs to watch people like iShowSpeed or Kai Cenat, right?
an artist is popping, he doesn't do it because he discovered it on his own. He's doing it because he gets some fucking views and money off the shit.
Yeah,
Like just a few months ago,
obviously.
he was not tapped in with the underground at all. Now all of a sudden, he got Osama Son and Nespin in his fucking playlist. Nobody's believing that shit, bro. And the picture behind me, he's yelling and jumping around like a fucking maniac. Loud does not equal funny, and loud does not equal cool.
The biggest question right now is why now, chat? Like, why now? What happened? Or is it just like the people that are actually talking shit about him aren't his actual audience? But I can see why people now are saying that they're fake. I felt like it should have been said a long time ago. Like, you can't be that high energy. There's no way anybody can be that high energy at like fucking 8 hours a day or like fucking 14 hours a day. There's no way, right? At a certain point, you have to give out, right? I don't have that much battery myself, or maybe I'm just being too subjective, you know?
I'm low-key glad people are realizing this shit, bro. Cause to be honest, we don't need any more fraud ass streamers like him, bro.
I can see the hate and disgust in this man's face that he has for Kai, and it's so funny to me why he hates him so much. Because look, are Kai's reactions a bit over the top and fake sometimes? Yes, but are we
For a text message, that's kind of, what the fuck, dude?
also gonna ignore the fact that he's live streaming in front of 100,000 people plus every night? Like, it's his job to be entertaining and keep his chat entertained. Even if the stuff isn't that funny,
Right.
would people really
Everyone wants to be niche. When someone becomes too popular, they no longer feel special. Well, yeah, you could say that. But then, like, that's the whole point of becoming a streamer for a lot of these people, right? Is to make as much money as possible and have a big audience. And in order to do that, sometimes is to be fucking stupid on camera, chat.
prefer him to be silent and straight-faced. So on that aspect, I'm kind of split. However, I do agree with the TikTok on Kai's fakeness with some of his reactions to things like music, because I remember seeing some clips of him reacting to some artist albums, and the songs were absolutely trash and garbage, but to him, it was like he just heard the word of God.
What is this? King of fake reaction rule reacting to the weakest song on Ken Carson's new album.
And whether or not the song is trash and deserves the hype, like I said before, it's kind of hard to tell what's...
I think he's just doing promotions on probably artists that he's friends with. I don't know if he knows Ken Carson in real life, but if he does, I feel like he's being paid to do this shit, you know? God damn, man.
Being hyped up for a stream and
I learned that from a friend in Australia. Get the fuck out of here.
entertainment versus him just genuinely being fake. And don't get me wrong, it is smart for him to hype up artists' music so he can eventually have them as a guest on stream.
Exactly, right? It's a business thing, right? Like at the end of the day, I want to have Kanye on stream, so I'm gonna react to his weak ass music, right? That's just how it is.
The only problem is it wouldn't be authentic. But I also don't watch Kai Cenat, so I'm not sure what the full extent of his fake reactions really are. But what I will say is what I find even crazier is that people who do watch him are so eager to expose him and call for his downfall. But then again, I can't even say I'm too surprised.
I don't think Kai's gonna go away anytime soon, man. He's got a pretty diehard fan base, dude. He's not going anywhere, Chad.
Because I did a video on Pat God like 2 weeks ago and how everyone suddenly hated him. And the crazy thing is, it's almost like an identical scenario to this.
What the fuck, dude? What happened to Pat God again? Oh my god, dude. What happened to Pat God, chat?
This one. And real quick, for those of you who don't know who Pat God is, he's a very popular YouTuber with over 5 million subscribers who blew up for roasting people in Discord calls.
Okay, but was that before or after you took a 3-foot-long Fisher-Price wiffle ball bat, shoved it up your butt, pulled your pants out, and cranked the Dougie with 8 geriatric dung beetles in the middle of an old folks home where your dad was simultaneously recording a video of himself Gangnam Style to the 2016 XXL Freshman Cypher on Facebook Live, while your grandfather was in the kitchen sink with peanut butter smeared on his forehead having a deep conversation with his toenail, and your sister was upstairs in her bedroom finger blasting herself to an episode of Henry Danger, at the same time your mom was at the farmer's market shoplifting authentic pickles. Oh shit, it's the pickle.
Disregard that.
He's got a mouth, man. Pat God doesn't deserve any hate. I don't watch any of these YouTubers.
He was very popular a little bit ago with him getting video views of up to 20 million.
Right.
But then
He was
out of
roasting a lot of
nowhere,
people.
the internet flipped on him. One day, people are praising everything he does, giving him tons of support, and
Right.
acting like he's the funniest person in the world. And then instantly overnight, he's the biggest joke on the internet. All of a sudden, everything he's ever did or said was cringe and annoying. People just didn't realize it yet. And what
I've never find Pat God to be I don't find him to be calm. He's always been annoying, chat. I think he's a talented roaster, like a person that writes decent lyrics for, you know, crazy rap songs that roast people, but I've always find him annoying.
What makes it even worse is how being a fan of his suddenly became embarrassing.
Mom, get out of my room. I'm watching Pat God. Can't you see? I'm busy.
Son, it's 3 p.m. I need some help with dishes.
I care about those dishes.
Oh my god, what is that putrid smell?
Now, you messed up, Mom. Pat God, channel your energy. Mom, shut your skin tone, chicken bone, Google Chrome, no home flip phone.
Dear God, I hate my life.
Pat God, we just humbled her.
Now, based off this
This video is supposed to be about Kai Cenat, and then Pat got shot while he's laying on the side.
video,
What the fuck?
you guys can most likely guess what the comments are. And
my
if you just
God.
said a bunch of comments roasting Pat God, you would be correct. With people saying things like, how did I even think Pat God was tough? Or, used to watch Pat God, broken heart, rose, rose. The main theme between all these people is they used to watch Pat God and they used to enjoy his content.
Yeah, what?
But now, they find it easier to just hate on him.
There's nothing different about the things that he's been doing so far. So what constitute the change?
Pat God is simply just a victim of the internet, and Kai is just going through the same thing. But in all reality, Kai will be just fine. In the span of a couple weeks, the internet will move on to hate on somebody else for something completely dumb, and it'll then become a trend to hate on people hating on Kai Cenat.
That's right, dude. He's got such a big fan base that he doesn't have to worry about any of these stupid shit ever happening to him, dude. He doesn't care. He doesn't have a care, chat. Right? Like a lot of And you gotta understand that the people that watches videos like this, right? Watches videos like, oh, why Kai Cenat's gonna, you know, have a downfall, why he's hated, is people like me, people who still watches him. You know, he still has that fan base, and it's likely not gonna change. He's just gonna make more money. It's always been like that, chat.